Is it possible to improve on the board game Risk? Well, yeah, and Wizard's Quest is one of the games that attempts to do so. I'm going to spotlight it here today on Legendary Tactics. Wizard's Quest is an old Avalon Hill game from 1979. And it came for me as part of a bundle of games through Marketplace. And it wasn't one that I was necessarily out there trying to find, but when it came in the bundle, I was actually kind of intrigued, because when I was reading about it, it sounds really like a great game, really interesting game. And it does base itself on Risk in that each player has different factions and different colors and so forth, but it does have some twists. First of all, after the players set up, they hand 3 of their treasures to another player who then puts them wherever they want to on the board. Now, usually they're going to put them in the most inaccessible spot for that player. So the players then have to find all 3 treasures in order to win the game. So they have to expand and manage to capture the areas that have their treasures, and so they can take them back. There are some other factions though. So for example, there's the orcs. The orcs are a non-player faction that essentially they multiply, and once they get to a certain size, once they get to 4 strength or 4 units, then they frenzy and they attack adjacent spaces. So they're kind of a wild card in that sense. Just are almost like a disruptive natural hazard or something like that that can mess up plans. There's also a dragon that will fly around the board and won't stop until it eats one of the humans' forces. So they don't bother with orcs, but they will eat human armies bit by bit. And there's also a wizard who is there as a peacekeeper. And so wherever the wizard is, they contribute some growth to the armies, but they also prevent any conflict. And that can be true of orcs. The wizard does not discriminate human versus orcs. So the wizard can help or hinder the situation. That's kind of the setting. It's set in a fantasy land. The map board is obviously based a little bit more in something like Dungeons and Dragons, Lord of the Rings kind of setting. But it sounds like, from what I've been reading, that it's just a really interesting and fun twist on essentially Risk. But the changes they made are actually quite fun, and they're not that much harder to learn or implement. So it's something that I wasn't really thinking about. It wasn't really on my radar per se, but I'm actually really looking forward to giving this a spin, because I think it could be a really fun game, especially with my fellow creators here at Legendary Tactics. We've actually had a soft spot for Risk for a long time. We used to play it all the time digitally, even way back when we were playing it on, I think, a Sony PlayStation with a pass and play kind of format. So that's always been a game that we've been open to, and this, I think, could be a really fun variant essentially of that. So I did want to highlight that today. I'm hoping to do some content on this. I think it'd be fun, and just thought I would bring this to your attention just in case you're able to come buy a copy somehow, or you have the opportunity to play it, that you might not want to turn that down. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is Legendary Tactics.